Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we take the sources you share with us, the articles, the exclusives, and really unpack the story behind the headline.
Today, we're looking at a celebrity announcement that it was just so personal and perfectly timed. We're going way beyond the simple fact that soap stars Nikki Sanderson and Anthony Quinlan are expecting.
Oh, absolutely. Our mission here is to get into the whole narrative. What were the specific details they chose to share that give us a real sense of them as a couple?
And how do their careers, moving on from these huge soap roles, how does that frame this next chapter for them?
Exactly. We're looking for that nuanced context, the lifestyle stuff, that turns a simple headline into a major life event.
And for you, the learner, this is all about understanding how a big public announcement like this gets built in, well, in this day and age. We're looking at the intention behind it.
The quotes they picked, the timing.
Exactly, and how they wove their passions, like fitness, into the story of their new family. It's less about the gossip and much more about the strategy of it all.
And what a strategy. I mean, it's a masterclass, but also feels so genuine. We have to start with the timing. Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2025. They called it the best Christmas present ever.
So good.
And then there's the origin story of their romance. It's so modern, not on the set of Corey or Emmerdale.
And definitely not at the gym, which was the big rumor.
Right. It's this perfect example of using a huge public platform, but keeping their private life, super relatable.
And that tension, that space between the public and private, is what makes the details they shared so fascinating.
So let's jump right into the reveal that basically melted the internet on Christmas Eve.
It was digital perfection, really tailored for that holiday season emotional hit.
It all happened on Instagram, of course, and it wasn't just a photo. It was this really nicely edited video.
Right, it had a story to it.
The camera sort of slowly pushes in on their Christmas tree, and then it focuses on this one, very special bauble. And inside that little ornament,
The baby scan. Just brilliant.
the visual was so clear, and the text just sealed the deal. The caption was just, "Happy Christmas from the three of us."
With a little tree emoji, of course.
Of course. And then the key info, baby Quinlan, due 2026, with a heart. It ties their personal news right into this universal moment of celebration.
And the details they shared later in the interview, that's what gives it the depth. It takes it beyond just a social media post.
Definitely. So Nikki Sanderson, who's 41 and was described as just glowing, she confirmed the due date window. She said, "We're happy to say it's going to be a lovely little spring baby."
And I think the age detail is important. For a lot of fans who might be thinking about starting families later, seeing her so over the moon, as she put it, it just adds this layer of sincerity.
It feels very earned, very intentional.
It does. And speaking of intentional, we have to talk about her career move, because it adds so much weight to this idea of planning.
Yes. She quit her role as Maxine Miniver on Hollyoaks just last April.
A huge, long-running role. That's less than a year before this announcement.
You don't just walk away from a character like that on a whim.
No, you don't. It really suggests that, a big life reevaluation was already happening. It makes the pregnancy feel like the culmination of a deliberate shift.
Not some kind of surprise disruption.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Anthony Quinlan, who, people know from Hollyoaks and Emmerdale too, he just captured that shared excitement so perfectly.
I loved his quote.
It really defines their whole mindset, doesn't it? He didn't just say he was happy. He actually framed their future family as a unit.
He said, "I can't wait till we're a little team of three. I want to shout it from the rooftops."
A little team of three. It's so sweet, but it's also, I think, very meaningful.
Especially when you think about his current job.
Right. His focus on health and fitness. The word team suggests cooperation, shared goals, a unified front. It totally sets the stage for the kind of life they seem to be building.
A very structured, wellness-focused one.
It just tells us this wasn't an accident. The Christmas theme, the timing, the career change, it was all part of a plan, shared with the public in a really thoughtful way.
Which, naturally, leads us to how it all began. The announcement was strategic, sure, but the origin story is almost charmingly unstrategic.
It's so relatable. That's what connects them to the audience.
We know they started dating at the start of 2022. Anthony confirmed it in April that year, just saying he was really, really happy.
But the how is the fascinating part. How they went from just, people in the same industry to a serious couple.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because for two people who are so into fitness, The rumor was obvious.
That they met at the gym.
Exactly. Some sort of celebrity boot camp or something. And they actually had to correct that one.
And they thought it was funny, which is great. They've known each other for years, so there was already that foundation of friendship. But the actual romantic spark was...
Oh, it was very 21st century.
Completely. Anthony just came out and said it. He didn't run into her at some fancy event.
No. He, and this is a direct quote, slid into the DMs, and that was it.
Huh.
I was lucky enough to get a date, and the rest is history.
And you know, that detail is so important for understanding modern celebrity relationships. The slide into the DMs is kind of the go-to move now.
It's private, it's direct.
It's democratic. It just bypasses all the old-fashioned ways of meeting.
And I love how upfront Anthony was about his feelings for her. It wasn't just a casual thing.
No, he said, I've always fancied her. She's mega hot, right?
You just have to appreciate the honesty. There's no pretense there at all.
It adds this real sense of enthusiasm to the story. The spark was just pure attraction. And he finally acted on it with the simplest tool he had.
But while he was, shouting from the rooftops and calling her mega hot...
Nikki was a bit more reserved.
Right. She was balancing that public joy with her need for privacy.
Which is so crucial if you want a relationship to last in the public eye.
At the Pride of Manchester Awards in May 2022, she confirmed they were very happy, but then added, I'm quite private.
But she still gave him that lovely praise, calling him a wonderful guy.
So you see this dynamic pretty early on. You've got Anthony the enthusiast and Nikki, who is very happy but also very private.
And that framework explains how they're handling this huge announcement now. They share the joy, but they control the narrative with these very specific intentional details.
Exactly. Her setting that boundary means that when they do share, it feels authentic, which moves us perfectly into this next phase of their life.
The one that's all about structure and wellness.
Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting. Because the news isn't just they're having a baby, it's that the baby is coming after they've completely restructured their lives to be ready for it.
Yes. This is where you see it shift from just a romance into a holistic life transformation.
We mentioned Nikki leaving Hollyoaks last April, a massive career break. And before that, of course, she was Candace Stowe on Coronation Street.
A huge soap pedigree. And while she was making that break, Anthony was really cementing his own new identity.
He's not just an actor anymore. He's running an online personal training and supplements business.
And that business, that's the connective tissue for their entire relationship. It means fitness isn't just a hobby for them.
For him, it's a professional mandate. For them, it's a shared commitment.
And the sources back this up completely. Just last November, Nikki credited Anthony with totally reshaping her confidence and her passion for fitness.
His job became her passion.
Now, what's really fascinating are the specific details they gave about her routine. It's not just vague stuff about being healthy.
No, she confirmed she trains around 3 times a week, which, she admitted, is way more than she ever did in her 20s or 30s.
But the anecdote that really brings it all home is the walking goal.
Oh, the walking goal. This is pure discipline. She aims for 10,000 steps a day, every day.
Which is a great goal.
But she's so committed to hitting that number that she said she sometimes just walks around her house at the end of the day to get the last few steps in.
That is dedication. That one little detail says so much. It reveals a level of discipline that goes way beyond a casual interest.
It's the mindset you need to run a PT business, isn't it? Being rigorous about your targets.
It speaks directly to his professional world. And she gives him all the credit, right?
She does. She said, of course it helps that my partner is very fit. It's a direct link. He's not just her partner, he's her wellness mentor.
Which makes you think about that phrase, team of 3.
Yeah.
Are they maybe integrating his business identity, that structured, goal-oriented team idea, into their family narrative?
It seems like they're building their family on a foundation of professional wellness expertise.
I think so. It's a synergistic relationship. Her passion for fitness helps his business narrative, and his expertise supports her health goals, especially now heading into motherhood.
So the article really frames this whole announcement as the planned outcome of a period of life refinement.
Exactly. She quits the huge job, she commits to health with his guidance, and then they announce this joyful new chapter.
It gives their story so much depth. They're not just reacting to news. They've structured their lives to be ready for the team of 3. They're going into this with a really strong foundation.
Physically and romantically.
So let's bring this all back home for you, the learner. Now that we have the full picture, we've synthesized the key takeaways. First, that highly strategic, emotionally powerful Christmas Eve timing.
Yeah, positioning the news as the ultimate gift. Then we have that very relatable origin story.
The modern celebrities slide into the DMs.
Right, which totally debunked the gym rumors and just made their romance feel more approachable.
And crucially, we connected all of this to their bigger life structure. How Anthony's PT business directly shapes Nikki's disciplined approach to her own health.
That 10,000 steps goal. I mean, even if it means walking laps around your own kitchen, that's commitment.
So what does this all mean in terms of the public story they're building?
Well, it shows that modern celebrity couples can be incredibly visible while still carefully managing a private narrative that feels really authentic to their fans.
They successfully merged his professional identity, the fitness entrepreneur, into their personal story. So health and wellness is now just central to their family's future.
Their story is really one of intentional life transformation. This wasn't just something that happened to them. It feels like the final, wonderful piece of a very carefully constructed plan.
Which brings us to our final provocative thought, which builds right on that foundation they've laid.
Okay.
Given this couple's incredible dedication to wellness, I mean, the 10,000 steps, Anthony's entire business, and their stated desire to be a structured team of 3, how is that shared expertise going to translate into their parenting?
Oh, that's a great question.
What kind of content or knowledge focused on pre- and postnatal fitness, maybe baby wellness, or even building a fit family culture, might they be getting ready to share as they welcome their spring baby?
Makes you wonder if this announcement is just the beginning, maybe a prelude to a new shared professional venture.
Positioning them not just as actors, but as leading voices in that celebrity family wellness space.
It could be.
It's definitely an exciting new chapter for the whole team. Thank you for diving deep with us today.
We'll catch you next time.